Hi, my name is Lore. This is my video presentation for my mobile app development personal project. So we start with the application overview. The name of my application is Shelf Space. That's not the icon, that's just for the presentation. Uh, the application is essentially like a personal digital bookshelf that you can carry on your phone, and it's made so the user can keep track of the books they're interested in, what they have read, the favorites, and like stuff like that. It's basically like a personal library. The things that you can do with the app is look up book titles, like a search, and get their details, like the author, the cover, as like the year it was released in. Then those books that you browse through, you can save those into like categories that are like bookshelves that you can like then view and like consult. These are like favorites, things to read, already read, and like there's a view for all of them. When saving the books, the user can also do two things. They can rate them out of 5 stars, and there's like a different way where they can review them, which is basically just like add notes on them that they can view when they view the book information. And like some uses for the app are like adding a review or your thoughts to a book right after you finished it, so you can like keep track of those and just have like little insights. Browse through the to read bookshelf, like the ones you want to read next when you're like shopping for books. That way you can remember which ones you want to get, or like if someone is giving you recommendations, you can just save them on your phone, and next time you're buying a book, you can check that. Or if someone asks for recommendations, you can easily just go to your favorites and like check it in your app. Yeah, that's about it. So the implementation challenges, first of obviously is the API request formatting. I used the Open Library.org API, and they have different like request formats for all of the pages in the like different APIs basically for each part. And it was like a bit, they have some information, but I had to like figure it out on my own. But most importantly, it was like storing the book information. Since essentially in every activity I had to view the book information, it was just not, it was not working to request that information every time. So I decided to store it locally in the app. I'll show how I figured how to do that. But like a tricky part of that is that I had to find a way to store the covers. Obviously, I couldn't store the covers themselves because there's like huge files and there's like an issue. So I stored and did like a tiny request just for the covers. So they take a little bit longer to load, but it's much better. The search bar and the button navigation, just like browsing when I was designing the application, I found those widgets and I wanted to learn how to use them. We didn't use them during the course, so I had to like figure that out on my own, but it was fun. Uh, the detail view can be accessed through most activities for the books, and I had to figure out how to make the back button from that view work. Essentially, I went back to like the activity lifecycle because I was like just setting it. Yeah, it was just, I had to figure that on my own. Adding reviews to the book data. For some reason, the review information just didn't want to print on the screen, but we figured that out. And the filtering system. The What I did essentially, like, yeah, I need to figure out a way to like uh be able to like separate the books uh for the adapters. No, for the list view to update when you ask for it with the adapter. So I did that, and I'll show next like what my app looks like and what I did for the code. Okay, so this is my Android Studios. It's just a video. My laptop cannot handle running the app and recording at the same time. That's just it. But yeah, here's the homepage. I preloaded some books beforehand. Like I had already run the app a few times, and I'm using the search bar. When you click enter on the search bar, it takes you to like uh the search activity. Then I'm looking like at Narnia and everything, the synopsis. You have to save, click favorites and the stars. What? No, to read. So didn't add stars. And it's like a pop up. Then we're looking for a different thing. Harry Potter in this case. This is gonna take a bit longer to load because Narnia I had already looked for it before recording. But yeah, this is about as long as it takes to load. Let me choose one. First one. We see the synopsis, the cover loads correctly, the name, everything. This one we add to a different category. This one we're gonna rate. So we click the checkboxes, and then I'm adding a review. This is also like a text pop-up thingy. I wish I was a better typer. Thanks a lot. Then we click save. Okay. And then I'm showing that it gets updated, both the review and the stars. Yeah, immediately. The back button takes you back to the search activity, and then you can click it back to go to the home page, and we see that it got updated. Narnia is there. Then we bookshelf. These are the books that are preloaded, some of them, to make this quicker. And then this all stars, only one, the one we just added. No, we added before, and the to read. So these are all the books. Those work. We go to the profile. The profile information is getting read from a JSON file. It's not hard coded. And then we see the like the review and the favorites and everything. And I'm gonna show like how all of that works in a bit. So here, yeah, I'm gonna show how like this is the JSON file where the user information is getting read from. It's not hard coded. And then I'm gonna look for, and I'm gonna speed up this a little bit. Yeah, okay, sorry, skip a little. I'm looking at the phone files, like the virtual device files, and to find this JSON. And this is where all of that information is getting stored, so I can display it and not make it a request. And this is like the phone file that can be like updated. This is the user data class for the user information, and this is the important one. This is the book one. So all of these are like extra variables that I added to have the information to filter and to show like the review and the rating. The key is to fetch the cover, and all of those top ones are just the API ones. And the bottom ones are stored like are locally generated and everything. So yeah, those are like the data classes, and then I'm just gonna be showing like the XMLs. I did this for like transparency. I don't know. I wanted to show them. The important parts though is the star I did like a Unicode character, so it's just text, it's not like images of stars. And then I'm gonna show the buttons. I did a custom button, and it was not working because the tint for the theme was uh it had like it just didn't want to change from being purple. And I used those tools to like do the home like the bottom navigation bar so it all looks the same. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.